All right, so firstly, thank you so much to everyone for taking time and attending today's session. Today it's a Think Tank Thursday session. So we have our amazing guest speaker who will also be taking us through the platform, which is JobStarter. But before we get into detail, if I can perhaps get a few introductions via the chat box. So if everyone else can, please let me know where you guys are coming from, your location, and also your host site. So please feel free to write in the chat. Okay. And also just a bit of housekeeping rules. I know some of you might not be familiar with Zoom. Just make sure that you're always on mute. All right. All right. I see a few introductions coming from the chat. We have Zamapele Shaba. We also have Sabelo from Cape Town and the Life Choices. We also have Stevie from Focus on the Family, and also Anna Sidwaba. You also welcome Anna. Thank you so much for attending. I see Tapelo from Tabazimbi coming from Limpopo. All right, thank you so much for joining Tapelo all the way from Limpopo. Snake Kuku coming from KZN. You welcome Snake Kuku. And then we have Simbulele from Eastern Cape, Notando Dube from Fosloris in Gauteng. We also have Monique from Lodge, South Africa. And then we have a few coming from Cape Town under Life Choices. All right, I'm not just gonna go through everyone else, but yes, just to get a brief of where you guys are coming from, the different location and also your host site. All right, so I'm just gonna welcome our guest speaker, which is Nomfundo. Hi, Nomfundo, I see you already here. And yes, thank you so much for taking time and showing us what you'll be showing today. All right, so Nomfundo, just to tell a bit about Nomfundo, where she's coming from. She is the project lead from JobStarter. She also is passionate about addressing inequality and also proactively leading difficult conversation and also being part of the solution. All right, so her work experience ranges from strategic thinking, implementation, marketing, and also promotions. She also do networking and relationship management, and also some leadership and management controls. So yes, over to you, Nomfundo, so that we can hear from the lovely speaker, just also so that you can tell everybody where you're coming from and what you do.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nomfundo Calana, and you might be wondering what's up with my voice. I only have one vocal cord that works, so you're gonna have to bear with me. And I did say to Danelle before we even start the session, and for me to tell you anything about me, I would love to run a bit of a poll with regards to why are you here today? And I'm not sure whether Danelle
Okay, so the poll that I have will be starting the voting poll. So I'm just gonna pause it on the chat box and then everybody else can share.
So if I heard you properly, you sharing the poll on the chat box, and people are going to be sharing.
Yes, I'm just gonna write through the options via the chat and everybody else can share what they think.
So that's great. And whilst you're doing that, maybe let's start with the first exercise. When I was invited here, I really was very interested to find out why is everybody here, i.e. joining this chat. What are you most passionate about in this season of your career? And I said to Dineo, I would love to offer one person an opportunity. So I've got one opportunity that is available, and I would love to get 3 volunteers to tell me why they feel that they should get the opportunity that I have. First, who they are and why they think they should get the opportunity there that I have. So we're going to have 3 people. So the first 3 people that put up their hands, and Dineo, I'm hoping that you're ready on your side.
Okay.
To
So
see
yes, I already have the list of people who volunteered that they want to speak. So
Okay.
I'm just gonna call out the few.
Okay, just 3?
Yes, just 3.
Okay. All right, perfect.
Okay, so I know we have Daisy Mohlala coming from Sage. Daisy. All right, I see a hand. Hellman, would you also like to tell us a bit about answering what Nomfundo has shared?
So we've got Hellman, we've got Daisy, and we've got
So we'll also be having Tintswalo.
Tinswalo.
Yes.
Perfect. Hellman, would you like to tell us a bit about yourself? I've got 1 opportunity, got 3 volunteers, and only 1 of you will get this opportunity. So the question is, tell me about who is Hellman, and tell me why is Hellman worthy of this opportunity that I have.
Hellman, I'm not sure if you're able to hear us. If you can unmute, or Murebedu, you can also proceed. Murebedu, please unmute.
Oh, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sorry, I couldn't get some of the things that you were saying because
Okay, so it's
I
2
don't know, it's
questions.
network. Okay.
It's 2 questions. First question is, who are you? Second question is, why should you get this opportunity that I have?
Okay. The opportunity is a work opportunity, right?
It's any opportunity. You're selling yourself.
Okay. All right. I'm Rebudi Mutau. I currently hold a BEng Tech degree in electrical engineering from the University of Johannesburg. And I'm also enrolled for online courses in institutions such as Allison and Udemy. I'm currently placed at CSR Pretoria campus under a research group called SAMI, where I'm working on 5G open air interface radio access networks as a project where we do research, implementation, testing and maintaining of radio networks. We also do integrations with radio access networks together with core networks. Why I should be, or given the opportunity, why I should get the opportunity? I believe that I have necessary skills and capabilities to compete and contribute in any engineering or engineering related field or anything in life. And I'm easily adaptable. I have a good work ethic. I'm dedicated and hardworking. And I have experience and capabilities that I've acquired throughout my life during my studies at university and all other companies that I worked for before the CSR company. And secondly,
thank you very much, Morabedi. Thank you very much, Morabedi. I'm going to hear from us in the next 5 minutes. And I would love to take the next person that is applying for this opportunity. Tell us who you are and why you are the person for this opportunity. Daisy, I see you, but you're back?
Yes, Daisy is back. Daisy, can you hear us?
Maybe Helman. Helman, are you available?
Anyone else, guys? I think others are having connectivity issues. Kolisile,
That's fine.
Zamabele,
I see Kolisile, Zamabele, Ronnie.
Petronella.
Hey, I'm Olisile.
Yes, Kolisile, go. Why? Who are you? And why should you get this opportunity?
Okay, I'm Olisile Hatebe. I'm from Newcastle.
Mhm.
I think I'll explain myself who I am. I was working as a farmer before. Then, when I started this internship with YES, I was nominated by I was nominated by my supervisor to work with people with disability because her NPO is based on disabled people. So now we are busy with that, working with disabled people. I don't know if my network is good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you,
Yes, we
Kolisile.
can.
Okay. Before I was in a co-op with 5 girls. We were planting and there was a lot of space for us. Maybe this was 5 hectares of a farm. So we were planting veggies and we were growing chickens and sell eggs. So after we ran out of money, I started my own thing
I'm
at home.
so sorry, Kolisile. The question was, who are you and why should you get the job?
Yes. I hear you. Yes.
All right, your time is up. We're going to the last
Okay.
person. We're going to the last person.
Okay.
Zamabele, I see you just unmuted yourself. Would you like to tell us who you are and why should you get this opportunity that I have?
Okay, good day. My name is Zamabele Nokpiwashaba. I'm a 22-year-old currently holding a higher certificate in preschool education and a bachelor's degree in foundation phase. I graduated this year from Stadio School of Education. And right now I'm currently studying a short course in inclusive education. Why should I get this opportunity? Well, whether it's studying or a job, I'd like to get both. I'd like to get a job in the profession that I studied. Reason why I'd like to help my learners to develop holistically and to help them reach their full potential in life. Studying, I'd like to study because as an educator, it is said you are a lifelong learner and you should always be eager to study and expand your knowledge as an educator. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much for everyone. I think let's just give them all a hand. And I just would love to know from the 173 people that we have, Dinero, who would they employ out of our 3 candidates? Who is the person that they would love to employ?
Yes.
From candidate number 1, now candidate number 2, or candidate number 3?
Hi,
Yes.
Dino. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
You're able to hear you?
It's Daisy. Sorry, it's Daisy.
Oh, hi, Daisy.
Hi. Because something was wrong with my audio, so it's only now I'm able to fix it. So I don't know if the opportunity is passing me by or I can go ahead.
Opportunities already passed, Daisy. Thank you so much. We'll get you another opportunity.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Dinero,
Yes.
there's a bit of an echo.
Yes, I'm able to hear you.
I was going to say, who are people saying we should offer the opportunity to?
Okay, so I'm just gonna run a poll now,
Okay,
and people can be able to vote.
okay.
Yes, just a minute.
I see on the chat,
Mhm.
there's votes, and I'm seeing number 3 as the top candidate here.
Okay, I'm not sure if everybody is able to see the poll.
Yes, we are.
Okay, you're able to see the poll.
Yes.
Yes, so please do vote, guys. If you're voting for Zamabele, if you think she's the person we should be giving the opportunity to, or Kolisile or Murebedu.
Sorry.
Dinewa has just posted the poll, and I see there's quite a bit of voting on the chats. But Dinewa is asking for people to fill in the poll instead of putting it on the chat. But if I'm looking at the chat, Dinewa, I'm sorry, but it looks like number 3 is our outright winner. I'm not sure whether people joined in a bit late to hear more already. But looks like Zama is our outright winner.
Yes.
I don't know whether you
Yes,
agree with me.
Zama is the one who's leading now.
Awesome. Perfect. Zama, you've got the opportunity, and your opportunity is 2 gigs of data coming your way. And you're going to get it as soon as we finish this call. And yes, it is an opportunity because you can use the gigs of data as you please. And I do know that it might have sounded like a job or a studying opportunity. And the runners up will get a gig of data, and that is Morobedi and Kolisile. Thank you very much for participating. Dineo, I don't know whether I'm able to share my screen. If you could make me a host, and I'll tell you the reason why we did the exercise that we just did now. Yes, I see Zama there and Morobedi coming in second, and really amazing just to see that.
Yes, you are able to share your screen now.
Thank you very much. So the reason why we did this exercise is because I want to share with you about JobStarter and about myself as well. Really, maybe start with myself. I'm Nomfundo Calana. Those who just joined, I represent this platform called JobStarter.org.za. I lead the project. Before the project, I used to work with young people within the youth development space, and just really figure out what the stumbling blocks are and where do they get stuck when they look for opportunities. And I just want to take this off. I'm not sure whether I'm able to do that, Dinero. And then I joined the platform called JobStarter to try and figure out how do we take off the various stumbling blocks young people encounter when they take the next steps. In that time, we did a bit of research with various employers and with various opportunity providers as well, and had to find out what was it that stood in the way for them not giving young people opportunities or not having young people succeed in the various spaces. And it was really simply what we did with Zama, Morobedi, and Kolisile, getting young people to understand who they are, what they have in terms of gifts and how they can use what they have with regards to those gifts in terms of aligning their interests to the actual jobs themselves. So that's basically what JobStarter is. It helps the young person to have the ability to know who they are, to know how they can use what they have, and to know what options they have where those particular skills are concerned. So I've got 2 more prizes that I would love to give, and I would love to ask the secondary question to what I just asked with regards to how many CVs do you think one opportunity that is available receives? So when you are applying for an opportunity, how many CVs do you think that recruiter receives? And with that in mind, just really roughly between 1 and 100, how many CVs do you think a recruiter receives? First person, second person, just say the numbers. Just say, unmute and say.
100.
100.
100.
I don't know who said 100.
More than 1,000.
You know what, you decide. You decide this one. So there's 2 gigs of data. Whoever chooses from those. But as I indicated, as the said, for one opportunity, at least 100 CVs are received by the recruiter. And what we're saying is, does yours stand out? Does yours get to be shortlisted? In this particular case, we had Zama and Morabedi's CVs being shortlisted because they were able to articulate who they are, what they have, and how they can use what they have in an opportunity, whatever that type of opportunity was. So how do we do that? We've put together an online platform. It's not an app. It's online. You can go to any device. It could be a mobile device, it could be a laptop device, it could be a desktop device, and all you do is you type in jobstarter.org.za, and then when you go to jobstarter.org.za, you'll basically land onto this page. And this page really says that opportunity starts with you. Why we say that is because we feel that you as the young person has the ability to make a change in your life. It is your responsibility. You need to show up. You need to take time to invest in your time and in your success. Youth at Work together with JobStarter could give you the tools to actually do that, could give you the guidance to actually do that. But at the end of the day, it is your responsibility to actually take that first step. When you come into JobStarter, you create an account. And that account would require you to have an email address, which then would also require you to verify in order for you to create an account onto JobStarter. Once you've created an account, you'll be required to sign in to your account. And I've already created an account here, and that account will have a password. And this account will basically be available to you, as I indicated, anywhere where you get to sign in. When you get onto JobStarter, you will get onto a place called a wall. And this wall really will have various options for you. The first option will be you creating a profile. What's nice about this profile is that as you complete it, it allows you to download a CV that then stays in your pocket. And this CV really is dependent on the information that you put onto the profile, and you're able to share it with any employer in any space that you get to be in. You get to update it anywhere you go. You get to update it anytime in any time frame, and you get to access it and so on. One of the individuals that use the platform said it's quite interesting because now, instead of them just going into an internet cafe and having to put together a CV over and over again, they can go onto JobStarter and actually put together a CV. But JobStarter is not a CV platform. Why we say that? Because we believe that you need to take time to build a CV. This is just a result of the time that you spend on the platform. What we mean by that is that, for example, when you are putting together your profile, you need to be asking yourself at least 3 questions. Is my CV going to be shortlisted? Will the recruiter be impressed with my professional statement? Have I invested time and knowledge to make my statement stand out? What we then have done as JobStarter is that we've put together modules for you as a young person to go through in order for you to be able to put together a CV or a profile that stands out. And that goes in 6 steps. We call it my career plan. The first step is knowing yourself. If you don't know yourself, you're not able to articulate who you are. Morabedi and Zamabedi did that so well. They're able to tell us who they are and what they have. Therefore, in terms of knowing yourself, we get you to be able to introspect and to self-discover your strengths, what makes you stand out, your interests. Because if you know your interest and you're clear in your interest, then you're able to choose a career path that is interesting to you. Zamabedi spoke to us about her interest in education, her passion in ensuring that the people around her get to grow and so on. That is her interest and that is her passion. When you do your passion, you don't even feel like you're doing a job. And your purpose, if you don't have a purpose, then you kind of are really fumbling because you're just doing things and everything and anything just because. But if you've got a clear purpose, then you're able to be able to articulate what you have and what you do and who you are. And what we also have is articles where you're able to read various articles, again, in order for you to help you to articulate who you are and what you do. These articles have got various questions in terms of introspection, but at the same time, they help you to put together a profile that stands out. We've got, as I indicated, we've got various modules for various sections of your profile. Knowing your options really is your skills. What skill sets do you have, and how can you apply those skill sets that you have? We know that jobs are very limited. We just had 1 opportunity and 3 people put up their hands, but more than that, we've got just over 98 people on this call, but we had only 1 opportunity. And you just indicated that only 100 CVs at least minimum will go for 1 opportunity. So what we are saying is that, how are you making sure that you stay engaged? How are we making sure that you get qualified for the opportunities that are available in your exposure? In terms of experience, are you just, after youth at work or during youth at work, are you doing other stuff that is making you stand out? Are you volunteering? Are you shadowing? Are you getting opportunities that will give you more skills in order for you to stand out? Getting work ready, are you making sure that you're collecting all the skills that you're attaining in your work experience? Are you making sure that all the references that you're supposed to be collecting are within your CV and so on? And once you've done all these pieces within the career plan, are you making sure that they actually are seen in your CV by employers? And this is then important for you to be able to, when you do get an opportunity, have a downloadable and easily to attain CV that is available to you. And basically that is the My Career Plan, where you're able to contribute towards your CV. What we also have is articles, because what we believe is that young people have got a whole lot of questions with various in various instances of their lives, and we've got a lot of information that is floating around there. So what we've put together here is a group of articles where, if a young person is going for an interview, for example, they're able to search for interview, and they're able to see the various articles that would enable them to stand out in an interview environment. And these particular articles will help the young person to tell them how they should dress for an interview, and questions are being asked in an interview, and I'm not sure why it's not downloading, but the articles will show up those particular instances, and I just want to just double check what has happened here, because the articles should be coming up and they're not coming up. Just want to double check that again. Okay, I'm not sure why it's not coming up, but as you can see here, articles that you have access to when you are looking for work. And then with regards to courses, we've got work readiness courses that are available to you as you are in this journey of finding work. And those courses are quite in-depth. They look into communication in the workplace, for example. And in this particular case, you will see that we speak into introduction to professional communication, body language, checking your understanding, speaking professionally in a workplace, choosing the right words with your boss, reading for understanding, writing professionally. And all these particular assessments of particular modules have got an assessment which you can unlock. You will see that this individual over here has finished 87% of the modules, and they're just left with one modules because they've completed everything else. And now they can unlock the assessment because they've done actually all the modules, and they can unlock the assessment. And then this assessment will then be able to show on their CV once they've completed it. All our courses are very much WhatsApp kind of setup, where you're given a context of the particular course. Just want to go back to a course of the particular the context of the particular topic, and you're able to then do a bit of introspection in terms of what is your take with regards to that particular topic. So this one will basically tell us communication in the workplace, professional communication, and then it will tell us what we're going to learn in this particular module, and it will basically give you an overview in terms of the context, and think of someone, and then you'll basically be able to engage with the content as well. As I indicated, this particular section is more for your work readiness type content, and we've got various pieces: introduction to the workplace, financial numeracy, and so on. And again, I always say that young people always say that they're looking for work, but they don't actually get to upskill themselves so that they've got the language to articulate and confidently answer the opportunity provider on the other side. And then the return on investment for the platform is really for the young people, for the young person to have a CV that stands out, a CV that is able to be shortlisted when the young person is looking for an opportunity. And really that is JobStarter. JobStarter is really there, a platform that is there to help you build that confidence, is really there to give you that information and guidance that you need, is really there to help you stand out from the crowd through upskilling, through exposure to various options that may be available to you, that are aligned to your strengths and to your needs. And really that's JobStarter in summary. I don't know whether anyone has got any questions at this point.
Hello,
Any
can you hear
questions?
me? I have a question.
Yes.
Yes, I see JobStarter. It's all about getting a job in a workplace environment, assisting us how to draft professional CVs and preparing for interviews and stuff. But I want to ask are there any other options other than getting a job that JobStarter offers? Such as let's say maybe I'm interested in starting my own enterprise. What are the chances of me getting opportunity from you guys?
Okay. So again, we are not a job placement. We're not going to get you a job, Ronnie. We're also not going to be able to, we're not going to give you finances, but we're able to give you the information in order for you to be able to get that, to start that job. We'll be able to give you information in order for you to think like an entrepreneur or to think like a hustler. We'll be able to direct you to spaces where you actually will get the information that you need in order for you to, or the resources that you need in order for you to start that hustle. So again, just to say what we're not, we are not a job. So you're not going to come to JobStarter to get a job, but you're going to come to JobStarter to be able to have clarity with regards to what is your next step. And that next step could be a job, it could be a work, it could be a learning opportunity, or it could be a study opportunity.
Oh, okay.
So
So,
for example, to add more, folks, with regards to options, you will see that under your options will direct you to Kata, where you're able to see what your career is aligned to and what you can do in order for you to get to your end objective.
and what are the partners of JobStarter? What are you guys partnered with to ensure you reach this objective?
Okay. We partner with the chambers. So for example, the business chambers to ensure that we get the right information and the right data and the relevant data for the young people. We partner with youth development organizations as well within this space. And we also partner with government organizations like YES and
Okay, no, that's good. And how has it been in terms of achieving your goals and objectives so far?
Okay. We've really been online since April. So JobStarter has been around since 2017. And we've changed the content and we've changed the interactivity as well. And since April, we've just had just over 300,000 people, young people, accessing JobStarter. And out of that 300,000, we've had about 100,000 young people going through the content and really sharing how they've managed to upskill, how they've gained confidence with regards to articulating who they are and what they have and aligning their interests to their next steps. We've had great feedback with regards to, I didn't know that, I always said I wanted to go into hospitality, but I didn't know that there were so many avenues within hospitality that I can choose and so on. So it's been positive, but also there's been a negative side of it to it, Ronnie, and that's exactly what you started with. I came to JobStarter to find a job, and there's no jobs, and I guess that's the fact, right? The jobs are not there. We need to create the jobs. Some of us, we need to upskill some of us. So we need to take those next steps. Some of us, in terms in order for us to be able to get to that opportunity, whatever that opportunity is. So has been the feedback we've had.
Oh, okay. So what are the, what are the elements that I'm gonna get from JobStarter to ensure that I behave with accordance to the code of conduct in the workplace, to ensure that listen to my bosses and give what are the advices, actually? That's my question from JobStarter to us as youth people who are actually going in the workplace. What are the advices that we get from the JobStarter?
Okay. I think one, from knowing yourself, it's the importance of knowing that Olisile, Morabedi, and Zamabele are three totally different people. It's not copy and paste. It's really very individual, very three unique individuals. And for young people to know that, it's important to know who you are, know your identity, because it's going to make you stand out. There's no two Nomfundos or two Dineos or two Ronnies. There's only one Ronnie. I think secondly, it's the understanding that young people, if, for example, call center is a thing that everybody goes to call center. Within the call center BPO industry, there are many opportunities. You could be a call center agent, you could be a customer service experience person, you can be a bookkeeper, you can be a floor manager, you can be a quality assessor, and so on. So again, understanding your options. What options do you have? And then with regards to qualifications, I always have a story of Usisi that help us, and Usisi did not understand that she can actually go into a TVET space and get a matric, but at the same time acquire qualification. And she had a grade 11, and she said, every job is looking for matric. And I said to her, so why don't you go to a TVET? What is your interest? What are you really interested in? And then I asked her already she said she was interested in cooking. She loved catering. And I said to her, please prepare for us something to eat. And I asked her for something basic as amagwinya and mohodu, or a tribe. And she prepared for that, and none of us could consume that because she couldn't cook to save herself. And I said to her, what else are you interested in? And she said to me, well, I love children. I love working with kids. And I've got a passion for upskilling kids and working with children. And then we got her registered into a TVET college. And I'm very proud to say that today she's writing her second last exam this year in ECD, and she's loving it. She's enjoying it. She's been team leader of various activities and so on. And next year, 2024, she's going to graduate with an ECD certificate. But at the same time, that ECD certificate is going to be equivalent or more than equivalent to a matric. And she will have the capability of opening her own crash and starting your own hustle. So again, with regards to qualification, young people should not just think that I'm getting qualified in a degree to just sit around, but look at what are you passionate about, because again, you're going to make a success out of it. With regards to experience, it's important that the kind of content that you're going to get here is you really getting to understand that sitting around, bathi ngesixhosa awuzayithola kanjani uhlele koneni. Awuzuyithola uhlele koneni. You need to do something. You need to hustle, whatever that hustle is, in order for you to stand out once again. And then getting work ready, having those words and that sense of ability to articulate and for you to stand out and to get hired at the end of the day. And again, that's the kind of content that you're going to get, Ronnie, from JobStarter. And as I indicated, we've got quite in-depth courses for the person whilst they're waiting. Again, you spoke into entrepreneurship. We've got micro-entrepreneurship course that is also coming. We've got financial literacy. We've got numeracy in the workplace. We've got introduction in the workplace. And if I just click on those courses, really this one talks to you around managing your money and your goals and those kind of things. So it helps you with that. And then of course, that as a result, you're able to build a profile for yourself that does stand out.
Okay, no, understood. Thank you so much.
I don't know if anyone has any questions for me, even outside of JobStarter. No questions. Caesar that's well.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thanks. So actually myself, I'm not interested in getting a job. I'm interested in starting my own business, which I believe that starting your own business somehow is actually a key, especially in this struggling economy in South Africa. So I want to understand your support to the business starters. How do we support us? Especially when you start a business, you need to be equipped with skills first. So that's where I think you guys come in to equip with skills. And yeah, I just want you to narrate on in starting a business. Can I come for your platform, or maybe I should go next door?
I'm going to answer you in two ways. I'm going to say, when you start your business, you probably, to start your business, you're not going to come to us, but to understand if you've got an entrepreneurial mindset, you're going to come to us. Because we're going to get you to do a bit of thinking in terms of, are you thinking like an entrepreneur? Are you acting like an entrepreneur? Do you have the grit to actually be an entrepreneur? Because sometimes we all think that we're all going to be entrepreneurs. I always say to my brother is an entrepreneur, and I said I'll never be an entrepreneur because I don't have the grit to stay on. I'm instant gratification. I want things to happen now. In order for you to be an entrepreneur in terms of entrepreneurial thinking modules that you're going to do on JobStarter is for you to figure out that actually you're going to need to stay on the game for at least a year minimum in order for you to be able to see the fruits of your entrepreneurship and your hustling. So you're going to come to JobStarter, yes, to figure out what are those skill sets, what are those characteristics, what it is that you need in order for you to succeed as an entrepreneur. And you're probably going to go to NYDA to start your business and other spaces like SA Youth Movie and so on. But JobStarter will help you again. Remember what I said, we are that space that helps to align your interests, align your strengths, and that is through the various course modules that you will get to interact with us. I don't know whether I've managed to answer your question.
Yes, sir. Thanks.
Thank you. I see a couple of hands up. You can go. Shannon or Babalo?
I think I can go first. My question is, on those courses that you are introducing on that JobStarter, I want to know if one can get a certificate maybe to boost or to boost your CV when you apply for other jobs. And also I want to know, because like I've been in the work industry for like, now it's been like 2 years. So I need advices, or rather like advices on how do one get to be absorbed in a company. Maybe there are some of the things which I'm lacking, like I'm lacking knowledge to know, okay, I have to do this and this and this to make sure that I stay in that company. Thank you.
All right. Great. I'm laughing because that's the first question Dinewa asked me. So, am I getting a certificate? And I said to Dinewa, no, you're not going to get a certificate. The courses that we have are short courses. They called micro learning, and you'll be able to get badges on your CV to say that it was not Pablo who was asking, was it Pablo? Pablo has done a communication in the workplace, and these are the modules that she has addressed. And you said, so is it going to give you a bit of skill set? Yes, it will, because now you're going to be able to say, I always say we'll give a directive to someone and say, go and do that, and they will say, okay, and then they will come back a day later and said, I did not understand what you meant, or I'm sorry, this is what I did. I thought this is what you did. So the communication in the workplace, for example, helps you to be able to get a clarity in terms of understanding, clarity in terms of reading for understanding. So those emails that you get in terms of introduction to the workplace, you'll get to figure out in terms of conflict management and those kind of things. Numeracy in the workplace will help in terms of upskilling you in terms of just having the ability to manage those numbers and so on. So every course has got an outcome which you get at the beginning of the course. As I indicated, for the courses, you'll get badges, which will show on the CV itself. Should the employer want to know what badges mean, they're able to come to JobStarter and see what those badges mean, so that you're able to articulate why those badges are on your CV. Kwazi? You can speak.
Right. So I had a question in terms of, well, I do appreciate what you guys are doing, and I think it's important. It is important. My question
Thank you.
is, for those people maybe who lives, well, let's just say we're not well connected. Is there a way that they can reach JobStarters and they can actually participate? Because some of the challenges that I know that are out there, maybe they don't have maybe data to actually engage. They don't have the maybe cell phones or whatever, or even the internet. So is there any other possible ways where you guys can intervene and say, okay, since you don't have A, B, and C, we can do this for you, and maybe as time goes by, maybe you guys can maybe say, okay, so we have A, B, and C now, so let's do this. Is there a way or a platform way that is available?
So at the moment, Kwazi, we are talking to an app called Moya. I don't know whether you know them.
Yes, I do.
And we're talking to them, and we are going to be going on a pilot with them in January. And we're going to see whether we can do data free there, which is more reverse billing. And then we're part of an organization called DG Merit Trust. And DG Merit Trust at the moment is on a book drive to ensure that JobStarter becomes zero rated. But we all know that that takes forever. So whilst we are pondering or going after zero rating, we are going to test JobStarter on Moya. It is currently on Moya, but you get to Moya up until the wall. But we want to see whether we can have the whole experience on the Moya app, and we're going to pilot that in January. You can chat, Yunarine. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right.
Hi, Nomfundo.
Hi, Yunarine.
Yeah, it's Onarin.
Onarin, sorry, Onarin.
Yes, so
Yes.
the question I have is on that CV template that you have on the JobStarter platform.
Yes.
Can you also add like more modules, like the modules we've been completing now with the Yes for Youth apps? Are we able to add them, or it only gets populated with the information that you have on your site?
It's really the platform will collect whatever that you input into it. So anything that you do on the platform, you need to click edit. And then when you click edit, for example, if you've done a short course, you'll write there the institution, let's say there, you say Youth at Work. And then you would say the course name. Let's say you've done leadership at Youth at Work, leadership. And then we say that we've done that leadership in October, on the 10th of October, and then we finished it. It was a week course, so we did it from the 10th of October up until the 21st of October, for example, and we add. And then you will see that it is Youth at Work leadership from the 10th of October to the 21st. With regards to basic education, you just again do the same thing and you put in your school. With regards to further qualifications, same thing. With regards to your experience, for example, you were saying in terms of experience, now you finish at Youth at Work, and then in you stay for 6 months, and then in 2023 you do a bit of a hustle. You just basically come in here, you add your experience, whatever the experience is, and add it, and then that will basically be added under your experience. Whatever that you add onto this profile stays on this profile. It's not, it does not disappear anytime, as long as you just make sure that you save at the end. And then after you've saved, the information will basically be be here for you anytime. So again, I said earlier, sometimes we asked to please give me a CV because somewhere we're employing, and then you're going to an internet cafe to get a oh, am I not sharing my screen? We go to an internet cafe to actually to get a template, and then in that template we not able to remember what we've done, but with this with JobStarter you're able to really keep the information in your hand. I'm sorry, I did not realize that I was not sharing, so I was really just showing you here in terms of the short courses. This is what you add. This is how you add the short courses. You would write Minenhle, for example, the course that you've done, add the period that you've done the course. For example, this one, you're currently studying it, and it will add, and you will see it will show there under Minenhle, same as basic education in terms of your high school, same as further education with regards to whatever that you're studying further, and same as your experience as you basically doing various opportunities or work opportunities. But remember, your CV must always be 2 pages because employers do not look at a CV that is more than 2 pages. I think, Dinewo, we are a little bit out of time. So I don't know whether there's any more questions for me.
A hand, because I'm not sure if it's an old hand or do you have a question? All right, Shannon.
Yeah, for my side, I just wanted her, if she still remember the second question which I asked her.
Sorry, Shannon, what was the question?
It was the one where, like I was saying, I've been in the work environment for like close to 2 years now. The first one was like sort of like a training, then now it's an internship. So I need sort of like advices on how do one get to be absorbed into that company. So yeah.
So you were working for a year, and now you are you are in an internship.
Yes, the first one was like sort of like an in-service training where like you have to get practical experience in order for you to graduate. Then now I'm in CSR as yes candidate, and it's the internship. So I just need a few advices on how do one get to be absorbed in that company.
Okay. I always say that with regards to absorption, it really, you need to figure out what is happening in that company. What is there an opportunity for absorption? Because that's the first thing, of course. Secondly, what are they looking for? What is the, because sometimes we look at hard skills, right? Which are important. Making sure that you're able to do the job, you're able to do the job and you're able to do the job well. But ensure that your attitude in the work environment is such that people say, what is Shannon's next step? We actually would like to keep her because she's proactive, because Shannon takes initiative, because Shannon shows up no matter how she feels, no matter where she's at and so on. You're able to people are able to sing praises about Shannon, even in the absence of Shannon. And Shannon is able to really go the extra mile within that work environment as well. So I think the most important, Shannon, in a workspace, and what has worked for me is that people are able to sing praises in your absence, and to be able to recognize your impact that you're making in a space. I always ask myself, what value did I add today? Every time when you walk out of the workspace, ask yourself, what value did I add today? Even if you're filing, what value did you add that by that filing? Did you make sure that those files were done according to the attention to detail? They were done according to the specifications. They were done on time. They were done in a way that the manager looks at them and say, actually, like, you know, we've never thought about this, because you proactively came up with different ways to make their lives easier. So you've added value. So it's that kind of attitude that we need to bring every time in the workplace in order for us to be able to stand out, and for the employers or whoever that we are working for or we are doing work, even at home. Even in a school, even in a volunteer opportunity, you need to always bring your A game with regards to work, but A game with regards to attitude as well.
Okay. Sorry, Nomfundo, just to wrap up, I see time is not on our hand. Just any other general information that you'd like to share and where the youth can be able to get rid of you?
Yes.
So that
yes.
if we have any questions, they can be able to.
I just want to say, I would love to also in our list, Dinero, to give Andile and Smanga a gig of data as well, because I see they've actively logged into JobStarter as we're having a chat, and we can see that via the dashboard here. So just as you were wondering, I saw on the chat, but at the same time, Youth at Work is able to see people that sign up onto JobStarter on a dashboard called Grafana, and they're able to see what you're doing on the platform as well. In order for them to give you support. So I would love to add them onto the platform, onto the prizes that we're giving away or opportunities that we're giving away today. And I just want to say that really JobStarter is a platform that is available, freely available. There's no cost to Youth at Work or to yourself to use the platform. Please feel free to come to go to jobstarter.org.za. Log in, register your account, and get the information that you require. And then outside of that, as I indicated, Youth at Work would be able to give you the support that you need should you need any support, because they will have the details, your login details in the background. I've just posted the link to JobStarter. Should you want to reach out to me, I'm going to write my email address on the chat as well, nomfundo@jobstarter.org.za. You're very welcome to get in touch with me. But at the same time, I do want to say that I do appreciate your time for showing up this afternoon, for being here. You could have chosen not to be here, but you chose to be here and to listen to my husky voice. And I do wish you all the best with your endeavors. And I really wish that you would also give us feedback with the things that you would like to see on the platform as we continue developing it, as we continue trying to give you the support. We're really wanting to be your career coach or your career guidance in your pocket as you continue with your journey. And I want to thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you so much, Nomfundo, for also taking time and sharing this insightful information with the youth. I just hope everybody else have gotten what they expected will be shared. And yes, Nomfundo has also shared the link to their platform, so feel free to also jump in and just to test how it works. All right, so I'd like to request one more thing from everyone else. If everyone else can open their videos, and then we can say goodbye to one another. Oh, there we go. Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.